In almost every estate, there comes a time when the personal representative or trustee has to account for the heirs and beneficiaries as to what has come in and what has gone out, what is left, and how it's going to be divided. This doesn't seem like it would be all that difficult, but it continues to trip up some of my clients. So let me share this with you. Whenever you're appointed as trustee or personal representative of an estate, you need to immediately begin to keep track of all the money transactions. If mom had $500 in her checking account and you take it out to pay bills, you need to make an entry in the ledger that says you received $500 from our best bank on August the 15th and deposited it into the estate checking account. When you spend part of that money, you need to make another entry in the ledger. Spent $125 having the property mowed. Get a receipt. Keep the receipt. Keep the receipt with the ledger. Have the person who received the money sign the receipt indicating that they actually received the amount that you write down. Each time you make an expenditure, make sure that you keep a record of it and keep a receipt for it. If you buy a piece of window glass to replace a broken piece of glass, keep the receipt from the hardware store, and if you use a handyman to install it, keep a receipt from the handyman. Put it in the ledger and indicate what you did with the particular items. At the end of the estate, or nearing the end of the estate, you'll need to add up all the money that has come in. Perhaps you'll have money from the sale of land, perhaps money from the sale of the house, perhaps you'll have substantial expenditures, including court costs, publication fees, and the like. Keep track of each one of these. Then, when you're near the end of the case, subtract all the expenditures from all of the income, indicate the balance on hand, and then divide the money in accord with the will or the trust. Put that proposed division in the report to the heirs and beneficiaries, along with all the receipts and all the expenditures, and have them sign that they agree with this report. If you're going to be sued concerning your management of the estate, you want to do it while you still have the estate funds in hand, as there is a chance that the court will allow the estate to pay your attorney fees. Now do keep in mind that if the court finds that you've absconded with the estate money or failed to spend it on reasonable estate expenses, then you're probably not going to have the estate paying your attorney fees. Let's talk about some things that you might not ought to spend money on out of the estate. First, don't spend money on yourself. Don't pay your own electric bill. Don't make your car payment. Don't buy your own gas with the estate money. If you incur expenses for travel and the like, which you probably will, have your attorney account for those and request those at the end of the estate. Keep track of your mileage and then get reimbursed, but do not spend the estate money on anything that belongs to you. Number 2, don't spend the estate money on other beneficiaries of the estate unless the court or the trust document specifically allows you to do so. As a general rule, you will not be paying for travel for people to attend mom's funeral. Now, if all the heirs agree that that's appropriate and allowed, that might be fine. But if any of them disagree, then the court's probably not going to find that that was an acceptable use of the estate money. So, treat it like a checkbook. Do not treat it like your own money. Keep track of everything you do. Make notes of why you do what you do, because it may be a substantial length of time before you're called on to answer for what you've done, and you don't want to rely on your memory. My experience is that memory does not get better with time, but your written notes will be a great help. If we can be of any assistance, please call the office at 405-733-8686. Thank you.